One of the biggest mistakes we ever made happened when I was in the Marine Corps under the Clinton administration. Under Clinton, we were attacked on American soil and did nothing about it. And this is what spurred the events of 9/11 one short year later. You see, most people have forgotten about the USS Cole destroyer, how it was attacked with a suicide bomb only 1 year before 9/11, and attacking on American warship is the same as attacking American soil. But we did absolutely nothing about it. In fact, I was there. I was on the USS Tarawa, passing only 20 miles away from the Yemen Aden harbor when the USS Cole was hit by a massive suicide bomber while refueling. We went directly to the scene as first responders. Wide-eyed sailors courageously manned their deck guns, but were absolutely terrified awaiting us to rescue them. The USS Cole looked like it was sinking as my team came up on large Zodiac rubber boats to secure the area to begin the arduous recovery of all the wounded and dead sailors. What I smelled and saw during that month was a nightmare. A massive hole was ripped out of the side of the ship. It was ominous and death was everywhere. We couldn't even eat our chow every day as we came in. How did this happen though? Well, America was allowing the people of Yemen, a well-known Al-Qaeda terrorist safe haven, to literally take tours of the USS Cole every time the ship came to refuel in the Aden harbor. The Al-Qaeda terrorists were allowed to walk the ship, measure the common spaces with footsteps, and take pictures, mapping out the entire area for the brutal and violent attack 1 year later. They knew exactly where everyone would come to eat chow and when the most crowded times would be. And while hundreds were waiting in the chow hall line at 12 noon sharp, a small boat began its journey towards the USS destroyer. Packed with hundreds of pounds of explosives, it came up, placed its bow against the thick steel hull of the destroyer, and a massive explosion ripped through the chow hall, tearing a 30-foot by 30-foot hole inside onto the side, killing 17 of our American sailors. For 1 month, we recovered what was left of the bodies, and the smell was still inside the USS Tarawa for many years later, they say. I thought at the time that we were going to war for sure, because if you saw what I saw, then you would understand how terrible this was, and that there was no other option than to find out who exactly it was and do something about it immediately. There were teams of FBI agents staying on our ship investigating the USS Cole during that month, so they knew exactly who did it and where they were at. Clinton did nothing about this, and less than 1 year later, 9/11 happens by the same Al-Qaeda organization, and we did nothing to stop the enemy from mapping out our own USS destroyer. In fact, we gave them guided tours, and this type of mentality has devastating consequences for years to come, because people just don't know the mind of terror.